Over to Toledo, where it's been nearly 2 weeks since raw sewage flooded parts of the south side, and public health advisories are still in place tonight for Swan Creek, Heilman Ditch, and Delaware Creek because of unsafe E. coli levels. The most recent results show impacted water levels continue to decrease but are still unsafe. The city says it's monitoring and responding to levels after the collapse of the Arlington Avenue sewer interceptor. Tonight, Maya May checks in with neighbors who have been dealing with the mess and the city to see where things stand and what's still to come.
Weeks after raw sewage spilled into yards and waterways in South Toledo, some residents are still dealing with the aftermath.
The biggest problem was just the flooding down there, and then some of the neighbors down there were getting that in their yards. So that was pretty nasty at that time.
It was horrible here. You could taste it in your mouth. We could smell it. It was just raw sewage. It was raw sewage.
The city blamed the overflow on a sewer collapse during heavy rainstorms. While emergency crews responded, some neighbors say communication from the city still feels short.
It would be nice to have more communication.
Others say they reached out to engage Toledo and felt heard, especially after the city held a press conference that WTOL 11 attended on June 5th.
They were very responsive, and immediately the next day, you guys came out.
Today, a spokesperson for the city of Toledo says both Swan Creek and Delaware Creek were contaminated and are still being tested weekly for bacteria. Until the health advisory is lifted, people are urged to avoid contact with the water. The good news, officials say bacteria levels have dropped significantly and the odor in South Toledo is getting better.
I would say a lot better.
Long-term repairs began on July 7th, including a 45-foot deep bypass shaft at the collapse site on Arlington Avenue. It's a complex fix the city says will take some time.
You know, the city, I think, is doing their best. So I'm just hopeful that it'll all be done by the end of the summer.
In South Toledo, Maya May for WTOL 11.